we are now featured in Fortnite. So when you go into Fortnite, you follow the balloon chain down. You follow the art piece that I work on down.
Hello and welcome to Aquadac. We are in the second official meeting of season 5, focusing on holistic productivity. The guiding belief that we're all united here with at Aquadac is that when we focus together on a shared desire, our manifestation power grows exponentially. So we're here to share a little bit of our focusing, manifesting energy on each other's goals, as well as to show up for ourselves to keep pushing forward towards these goals. We are joined here today by Space Wrangler Joe, Karelia, and a new member, Jess, as well as maybe Kayla will pop in as well if she's not too busy and say hi. Cool. You guys want to say hi or anything?
Hello.
How are we feeling?
Great.
Very excited. Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm excited to hear everyone's
It's been a good week.
Good.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with that, with sharing the week, and then we're going to go into our goals for this coming week, and we'll wrap up with the weekly win. Karelia, would you like to go first and share us for your past week?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I have these the 3 goals that I have them written here, and one of those was finish some I guess some paintings or drawings that I did from my art therapy class. So yeah, it was basically just paint and give color to these drawings, and according to the manual, trying to interpret the results. So it was good. I did it, and I'm on it was great because also in the last class we had we talked about the colors and how to see and how to recognize how the colors based on the place you are putting them and the superposition that they have. Sometimes they can mean different things regarding art therapy. So it was really good. I learned a lot about that in my last class. And the other one was doing some extra research on that to be able to keep up a little bit with what I'm learning. I actually didn't do that. And the last thing was to finish the proposal for the grant. So that I did. I finished the whole document, and I reviewed it and did some adjustments, and I think it's definitely done. I'm very happy, very, very, very happy with the result. I think it's concise. I think it's very well presented, to the point, and it's very clear, which is most important, I guess. It's very clear what I'm going for with this idea, right? So all that's remaining to finish with the requirements is to create I guess like an art portfolio, like showing all my paintings and all the creations that I made before. So I'm still working on that. I think I don't have enough material, but I might manage to send what I feel it's right. And yeah, so I'm working on a painting right now that I actually want to include in there as well. And I think, yeah, it's okay if I talk about my win right now. Yeah, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, my win from the week was like to finish the document. because yeah, because it was a lot of work, and also it was a good exercise to I guess organize all the ideas that we have, and we have sometimes in our minds, and then just put it in a way that's cohesive, and it actually communicates something that you are passionate about. So that's definitely what I did in that document. And even though I needed help, and I got some help from my partner and stuff, and it was great. So I'm very proud of doing that. So that's definitely my win of the week. Yep. Should I choose somebody, or just anyone that would like to go? Perhaps Douglas.
Sure, I can go. Okay, so first of all, I'm very impressed that you got like everything done, like especially the grant application. I know how kind of tedious those can be. So, for me, I did not get everything done. My three things were like I needed something very specific technically, and that is a ship node, which I need to run a token bridge so that I can do things on Antelope and bridge to other blockchains. So I did that one, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. Basically, I was trying to, first thing I did was figure out if I can do it myself, and I could, but it would be like very expensive, and I'd have to have like a very nice hardware, so it'd just be like a lot of money, and then not really fit with the digital nomad lifestyle. Then I found somebody who could do it for like $500 a month, and I was just like, okay, dude, like thanks. And then I was like, okay, well, I can probably find somebody to do it for $100 a month. So then I messaged my friend and who's a block producer and like was talking to him about it. Meanwhile, another guy who saw one of my messages was just like, "Hey, I'll do it for you for free." Like he just offered. I didn't even ask. Like, he just like, "Yeah, you can use my ship node for free. You just need to set up this socket connection so it's private." So I did all that, and now I have a ship node for free. So yay! That saved me a lot of money. So I'm very happy about that. So the other things was to do a template for our like free lessons in Aquarius Academy. I did work on that, but I basically got like super distracted this week onto other things. I did a logo design, and I set up like basic profiles for another project. So that's kind of scheduled 2 months out, so I'm not really focusing on that project now. But it was 420, so I'm like, oh, I want to set up all the profiles for this so that it says that we started on 420, like, because I'm like 12 years old. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, now I'm going over time. But no, no excuses. I didn't focus. I didn't do what I needed to do. So I have like a half finished template for the freebies, and I have also like a half finished first freebie, which was like the two sort of goals that I didn't do. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I got 1 out of 3, and I will pass to Space Wrangler Joe.
Okay. And thanks again for taking notes. You're an amazing person and so responsible. I totally appreciate it. And Karelia, thanks for using that memory of yours. Very awesome. Okay, so for me, I had a great week. I had a great week. Life's really good. I got a full moon tonight. I'm pretty happy. I'm excited to learn whether I'm a generator, a manifesting generator, or what. I'm pretty excited to learn about human design. And I got to do some design stuff this week. It worked out really well. I've got a booth coming up at this thing called NFtopia, which is it's not just wax based, it's like multi-chain. But it's a lot of the wax people, which Douglas does great work with the Antelope chain. And yeah, matter of fact, I just logged onto the computer and I saw I have a bunch of Blux from my purple liquidity stuff. So I've got some Blux in my back pocket I didn't even realize I had. So I'm excited about that. And that has been awesome. I put some liquidity down to kind of support Douglas's stuff, and it has really paid off. I just looked and it's been great. So good job, Douglas. That's awesome, man. And then so yeah, this week what I would like to accomplish is it's Mercury in retrograde is finally going out on the 25th, and I've been in negotiations with this film school about creating an avatar that their students can speak with, like a chatbot, but a cool avatar. And I've been wanting to spend some time with Unreal Engine 5 and getting to know it better. And I'm just limited on time. And so it looks like I'm going to get paid and paid well to do it. So I'm really hoping that that works. So I'm putting a lot of manifesting generator energy into that for this week. And then I've got AI night tonight. I'm going to be talking about Udio, UDIO, which I recommend you check out, Douglas. It's the brand new #1 music generator that's come out just recently. It's still in beta, but that's kind of the one everybody's talking about right now. And so I'm excited to do a demo on that tonight. And then I still have to finish up my stuff for my booth, but I'm basically giving stuff away and doing stuff like that. So I will make something awesome. I know that's probably, and I know we're supposed to give numbers, so I'm gonna do 60 and then 20 and 20 on the other two. And my win for the week was our crew at Coachella voted me MVP this year, which was pretty awesome, and I'm super happy about it. And yeah, so that's my spiel for today. And I guess, Jess, I'm gonna ask you to share whatever you've got, and especially a win of the week.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna get comfy here. My win of the week, and thank you for sharing, everybody. And really nice to meet you all. Win of the week was arriving here in Colombia and getting to see my best friend of 20 years. This one. Here she is. Wait. Oh, my phone just died. Thanks.
Did we lose her?
I don't know. It seemed to be working. Yeah, but
Died?
but we heard her say her phone died, so that was kind of amazing.
Yeah.
No, usually they give you a little bit of time, and there is like a split second when you can say something before it happens. It happened to me before.
So
Well,
she's
But
sitting here
yeah,
watching us.
well, that's too bad.
hopefully she'll be able to plug in and join up again.
Yeah. Takes a little while to turn the phone back on. All right. Joe, which did they name you MVP, you say? Like, what does it mean?
MVP in Web3 means most, what do you call it? Minimum viable project. But in normal stuff like sports and stuff, it's most valuable player. So it's basically
Oh,
like you did the best or whatever. You know what I
oh my
mean?
God. That's amazing.
Yeah, so that was
Congratulations.
super nice. Thank you.
Yay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh,
How was the event? Like, how was it overall?
It was good. It was really good. It's kind of been, I don't know, going a little downhill, I'd say for the past like 4 or 5 years. Um, but it's always super fun and iconic, and the art project that I get to do out there just makes people so happy, and I get to interact with people and get to see people just like, and just joy, you know what I mean? So it's very uplifting, and coincidentally, it's a balloon project where people get to hold um, this giant chain of balloons in the sky. So it's uplifting in more ways than one. Oh, and
oh,
we are now featured in Fortnite. So when you go into Fortnite, you follow the balloon chain down. You follow the art piece that I work on down into Fortnite.
that's super
Wow,
So
nice.
yeah.
very
Wow,
cool. So the art
that's
piece
super
was a
nice.
giant string of balloons.
What's that?
So that was the art piece I apologize, you probably told us this last week, but I forgot. And you're saying it was like just like a giant string of balloons extending to the heavens.
Yeah, here, let me post a picture of me and Rainbow. This is one of my
All right.
team.
Let's
Okay, it
see.
should be coming in a chat.
Yeah, loading.
Oh wow. Oh, that's a great shot. Nice.
Oh, all right.
What?
Wow.
I don't even know what I'm seeing. So
It's the, huh.
that
And how does it have helium or something?
Yeah, exactly. And
So
it
you
and
have to
it's
measure it. Go ahead, go ahead.
what I was gonna say. It started at Burning Man. My buddy was out with his girlfriend, and they kept losing each other. So he said, "I'm gonna fill up a balloon and tie it to the back of my bike, so you can always see me and my bike whenever we get lost." And then, or when we get split up, and then she was like, "Oh, I still couldn't find you, blah blah." So he's like, "I'm adding three, so it's even taller." Then he was like, "If I can add three, why couldn't I add 10? Why couldn't I add 1,000? Like, do." And that's kind of how it was born. Um, and yeah, and then I worked at Coachella for a few years doing like stage stuff and other stuff. And then I personally did balloon art. Like I filled galleries with balloons. I've done all these crazy installations. And the way I paid people who volunteered was with t-shirts. And I was out there and I woke up in the morning in the artist camping and I saw this huge cluster of balloons they took it down from the night before. And I'm like, who did this? Please give him the shirt. And then he came and found me at my camp and said, and we chatted and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, dude, you got to come out to Burning Man with me, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, cool. And then that was about 15 years ago. And I've done it every year since. And like all over
Wow.
the world too. I've been to like Hong Kong and, Mexico and, uh, yeah, all over. So it's been cool all over the US.
Wow. Super cool. And does the wind affect does the affect the
Drastically.
art, I guess?
Drastically. And it's super cool
Yeah.
because when it goes up really high, you can see like the wind patterns, right? Like the wind will be going one way at one level and another at another. So it's kind of shows that invisible stuff happening in the
Movement.
sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super nice. That's super cool. I think last week I think I saw, I don't remember when, that I started like finding all these videos online of people like they do a lot of hiking and they carry these really big heavy backpacks and they started to include like balloons, like with helium and stuff. So they will put them in the backpack, and then the weight will, mostly gone. I mean, you can still attach it. You need to attach it to your body, of course, but the walking thing is like much easier when you do that. The only thing that they were talking about is like when the wind, it's like going in a direction that against the direction that you're going. Of course, it's even more difficult. So I guess it depends on how lucky you are, I guess. But it was amazing because like you can really see the difference, and you can even go faster if the wind is pushing you, like from the back,
Right.
let's say, and then you can just hike even like with a little bit of help from the
That's
wind.
so
That's amazing.
cool. I never heard of
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna have to share that with their crew. That's awesome.
It's super cool. I found it and I was like, oh my God. But I don't think, did I save? Maybe they save it, and I'll send you the link. But
Cool. Thank you.
all right. Yeah.
So that giant string of balloons, does it have like a decent pull if they're all lined up, or is it all kind of just drifting in the wind so you're not really pulling up a lot?
So it's like Karelia said, right? So like if you come up and there's no wind, I can hold it with my pinky. And people are like, oh gosh, this is so easy. And then when it's super windy, like I had like a little Asian girl get blown over this weekend, like it's that strong that
Jesus.
it's yeah. And I've had like a near death. Like I was in Burning Man with just me and my friend, and I had a huge line, and I was on a bike and the wind got crazy and it was dragging me. I was at least 200 pounds at the time on a bike. I had the pedal like dragging in the dirt, helping me go slow. And I couldn't get free. My friend had to like cut the thing off of me, or else I'd probably be dead right now.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, it does get strong.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Wind is crazy.
Yeah, the wind's
Okay.
gangster.
Yeah.
I love that. Not just because my rod. Okay, so I know that we kind of, Joe, I think you already threw in like what your points were for this coming week, but let's just go ahead and go around in the circle. Oh, and Jess is back. Welcome.
Yay.
Well, maybe she's
Nice.
back. Said she was back. Ah, there she is.
Yay, Jess.
Welcome back. Okay, so
My phone died.
yeah, it was funny. We
Yeah,
heard you
yeah.
say that. We heard you
Yeah.
say that, and we're like, what's going on? But then Corelli's like, yeah, it gives you like a second to say
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Well, or did I say like shit fuck? I don't know what I said. Yeah.
my
Yeah.
phone is dead or something, and then
Yeah.
you disappeared.
Yeah. I think that's what Mercury retrograde does. It like fucks with our electronics,
Mhm.
right? That's
Mhm.
something that's been happening to me, but that happens all the time. So yeah.
Were we in the middle of a conversation when that happened?
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what we were talking about. Or you were going to Kayla, and then that's when it ended.
I don't know. Yeah.
You were giving your weekly update. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Weekly
Would you like
update.
to
Yeah.
finish up?
Yes. So now so I'm in Colombia. Weekly update. I'm excited because I accepted to volunteer at a couple festivals in BC this summer. So that's cool. I think I can maybe do some Aquarius Academy stuff there. Something will be happening. Yeah. That's about
Yeah.
it for now.
Did you say BC?
Yep, like British Columbia,
Oh,
not
cool.
DC.
Are you
DC.
doing like Shambhala?
Yeah, Shambhala. So there's like 25,000 people that are probably all into everything we're into. So that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Some of my good friends were just trying to make me go this last weekend. So, and they usually perform and stuff too. So, if maybe we can do a little connection thing when you're out there and they can party with you, you seem really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have like a whole van set up and like a big gazebo with like tapestries, and I think I'm gonna bring couches. It's gonna be a whole thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also have 3 tickets for sale. If anyone wants to go, 3 tickets.
How much are they, by the way?
I don't know. I have to check, but it's sold out. So I'm just one of them's mine because I'm volunteering now. So, and then I have a friend selling too. But I think it was like $650 or something. It's expensive. Canadian.
Cool.
Probably more like
Cool.
500 USD.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to get back to the next round, and that is our goals for this coming week. I think Joe, you kind of already mentioned yours a little bit, so maybe you can go first if you want and remind us. And then also Jess, we usually have like a theme. So the theme for this month, for this season, is holistic productivity. If you have like a general project that you want to share for that, that's fine. Or if you just have a couple goals for this week that you want to get done by next week, please share them with us as well. All right. So Joe, would you like to go first and share again what your goals are for this upcoming week?
Yes. Okay, so and we're breaking the 100, so I'm going a 60 that I get that contract solidified to make those avatars for the school. I guess I'm setting myself up easy if I use the thing tonight, but why not? I'm gonna set myself up easy. I want to do really well at my demo tonight for AI night and introduce that new audio to everyone and the group and share it with them. And then the other 20 is to make some cool swag for the event that I'm doing on May 5th and 6th. Yeah, so those are my 3 and those are my numbers.
Perfect. All right. Would you like to pick someone else to go next?
Yes. I'm tempted to pick Jess, but I think I'll let her hear our other ones first. So I will go with you.
Okay, I guess you as me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so my goals for this week are to finish the shit I didn't do last week. Really to get this template. One, I've been sort of putting like way too much pressure on myself sometimes, so I want to just get it done. And I think it's like really good. I think like what I have so far is really, really good. So that's gonna be 50 points is the template for it's called a simplified. So I'm probably giving way too much information, but the idea here is that we're doing simplified versions of like it could be astrology, it could be universal consciousness. And the idea is like we want to make it so easy that people can just get the benefit and then decide whether or not they want to actually dive in and study it further. And then I'm going to do another 50 points of just to get 3 up. So that'll kind of give me all of my goals. Like if I do 3 simplified products online. And I want to I want to do like just Aquarius Academy stuff this week. This past week I was just been so distracted with crypto, with other projects. So this week I really want to just not have any goals related to anything else and just get these things online so that as we bring more people on, they know exactly what it looks like for this type of product, and we can start to train people to produce these products as well. That's what I got. And I'm gonna share this in the chat. And then I will pick Karelia to go next.
Okay. Well, it's nice to hear you guys' goals as well. Mine, I guess the main one is to finish the art portfolio, so I can actually send all this stuff to my friend in Spain, and so she can print it for me and send it by mail, regular mail. So that's gonna be like 50 points, I guess. And the next one, it could be like to promote one of my latest class in Skillshare, like promote it in the actual platform and do some work there, send some announcements, because I wasn't very active on that lately. And I do recognize that I need to put some updates as well that I promised some students. So I need to work on that this week, and that's gonna be like 30 points. And the remaining 20 could be to organize the material that I got from the course on art therapy that I'm taking. So I would like to organize a little bit better in a folder and stuff like that, and so make notes of the stuff that I need to that I would like to know more, and perhaps finding some really good things to work from that area as well. So that would be it, I guess. Yeah. So very excited. I think it's very achievable. And I'll pass it to Jess.
Okay, thanks for sharing. My goal for this week, I have a lot of goals, bigger goals. I need to figure out my entire life, but we'll try to break it down. So I found a cacao distributor in Guatemala that I'd like to source. So I would like to work on figuring out like a label for it, because I can put my own label on the packaging. So I think I'm gonna figure that out this week. So we will give that a percentage of, we will go with 22, 22. And then I also need to figure out where I'm going to be living this summer. So that's a big goal. We will give that. What's the remaining percentage, Douglas? What's 100 minus 22?
It would be like
72%, right?
78%.
No, 78% to that. And yeah, that's good for now. That's all. Just figure out where I'm gonna live, and then that. Yeah.
So I need the cacao
That's
label
all I need in
and
life. And like maybe what I'm gonna be living in also. But we'll just, that's, yeah.
But your van, what about the
Yeah,
van?
I have a van as a backup. So where will I park the van? Yeah. A few
Okay.
things. Stay tuned.
Gotcha. Okay, we will stay tuned for the next episode of Jess.
Yeah.
A
Okay,
flower,
good.
a fly floating, looking for a flower to land.
Yes, thank you.
All right, awesome. So now we've done that, and I want to do, maybe we can have some, I guess, time for any reflection or any like maybe tips we have for each other now that we're looking at these about these, like just sort of networking. I'll go first. like I think with the label for cacao, the first thing that popped up is like AI is like makes things super easy. So maybe like look into that. Joe is also like an AI expert. Um, kind of throwing your name out there, Joe. Hope that's okay. But maybe he would have some tips on where to go if you're thinking of that. Like not even for the whole label, but just for like certain elements, it can help. And yeah, like good luck, Joe. Like all the best for both like tonight and to get that contract solidified. I think it's really awesome to see like this going forward. And for you, Jess, like we've sort of seen this evolution from various meetings over various months. So it is exciting for us to see finality with specifically with the contract for the AI tools. And then Karelia, like I think I'm really happy to see you going forward for this art grant and being very productive towards it as well. So all the best wishes and best energy to make those final advances.
Thank you. Yeah, I guess what I have to say is like I think like when uh learning, I putting all this time and energy into conducting this, I guess, project, it sort of had taught me like how to the benefits of like getting all, because all of this is coming from the inside out, right? So all of this intention that I want to, because I really want to accomplish this, and it's just transforming like from the ethereal world, which is an idea, into something like, you know, I am able to put it into words and actually taking action for it, and I'm sticking to that. So it's like a way of bringing putting into practice some masculine energy, which is like conducting and giving a structure to something and actually going for it. So I'm very, 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 very happy for that. And so yeah, I think whether I get it or not, I think it's gonna be great, very beneficial for me in many ways. And who knows, maybe I can still do it no matter what, you know. Somehow, you know, sometimes the universe will provide you, not necessarily for exactly the way that you are thinking of, but it's still gonna do it. So have to keep on running and yep, going for it, I guess. So that's great.
Yeah, the good thing about like applying for a grant is that even if you don't get the grant, you can just basically copy and paste to the next grant until you win a grant.
Yeah,
I mean, not
actually,
exactly, but like you do work done.
I found another one here in Peru. Like the deadline is really, really close. It's like on May 3, I guess, or 2 or something like that. Just like no time at all. And they actually ask for more stuff. Like it's crazy. Like it's very much more bureaucratic in a way that they ask for way more information. And so yeah, I guess it's just that you're saying like, yeah, just keep trying, and you know, who knows? Who knows what happens?
Okay, we got a tip from Joe.
Ideogram.
Ideogram. Great logos. Awesome.
That's super
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, and awesome with the grant stuff. I love, like Douglas said, that's great. You can copy and paste and get them and just keep trying. I have never applied for a grant before, but yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, and it's amazing how much funding is out there. I know, you know, me and Douglas are friends with a guy named Dan. Well, you know Dan. Dan was in here for a while.
Oh yeah.
And so that they're doing another OP public goods funding thing right now. So maybe, and it's even like retro, right? So that maybe that's something you can copy and paste into. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly, but it's worth reaching out, I'd say. What do you think, Douglas?
What is it?
Yeah, I'm like, you see my face. Like, I think that their particular grant framework, like, it's kind of a lot to do, and it wouldn't really match with what Karelia is doing. So, like, a retroactive grant is basically like, hey, I did stuff good in the past, pay me money for it. So, like, you would have to do something
Oh,
for the optimism blockchain, right? But if there was another
right.
retroactive art grant where you could be like, hey, I did this stuff with natural pigment dyes, you know, then there could
Hmm.
possibly. But yeah, I just shared a link to something about like winning and delivering code grants, which I actually wrote. Um, like with code grants, it's a different, it's a kind of like a different ball game. But in all grants, like you just have to figure out like what the people want, and then give it to them on a silver platter, and really kind of like sell how awesome it's going to be for this grant and how much it's going to benefit their organization and be exactly what their vision is. So I think what you're doing is awesome with natural pigments. Of course, I'm a little bit biased, but yeah, I think there's definitely going to be a lot of money for it. For I think you're going to get this grant because I think you deserve it. But no matter what, I think that you can definitely find people who would be really happy to fund what you want to do.
Yeah.
I've done some painting with pomegranate, and it was awesome. That's the
Nice.
extent of my natural pigment experience, other than staining
Nice.
my shirts. You know.
Well, my proposal is mainly for just mineral pigments. So it's like a lot of communities here in Peru, they still do a lot of work with mineral pigments from the soil, from clay and oxidated, dirt pretty much. So murals like ceramic, textiles, and all this stuff like with clay, right? So that's where I would like to go to these places and learn from these people, and stay there for a while, like and do something with them, and like from that inspiration, like create like a series of artwork that would like somehow contextualize this learning and this experience into like a series of pieces that are super, also with my styles and stuff. But yeah, that sort of engulf this vision of what I learned in my own country. So that's really what I do. So I think there is a lot of value here that it could be beneficial to the world, like to the contemporary art scenery, that we are used to in the museums and stuff like that. So that's like pretty much the proposal. Yep. He,
Very, very cool. All right. Well, that was a nice little discussion. So the last thing we have is the weekly wins. I know that people already kind of did theirs, but let's go around in a circle and just sort of reshare your weekly win if you didn't already, or if you did and want to elaborate a little bit. And then that will be the last part of the meeting. And then we'll introduce Jess to how we sign off our meetings as well. It's very fun. Okay, so does anybody want to share their weekly win first?
I can go.
Okay, Jess, go ahead.
Yeah, my weekly win, I feel like I just have all these ideas of things I want to do. So I feel like this week they're kind of like coming together a little bit, like all the puzzle pieces are coming together. They're not like in a puzzle yet, but they're just kind of like in a pile at least. So that's something. So yeah, that's my win.
Yeah.
Yay.
All right. And would you like to pick somebody to go next?
Yes, let's pick Joe.
Hi. Okay. So my weekly win was I got MVP for my crew for Coachella this week, which has made me very happy and made me feel very special. They're like family to me. So for them to, single me out and yada yada was super nice. So that was super awesome. And I will pick the unmuted Karelia.
Oh, okay. Congratulations again, Joe.
Thank
You
you.
deserve it. You deserve it. I think the recognition is also very valuable. So I do get it. Well, my win was to finish this document. It's simply like I had like 9 pages, and I tried to resume it into something more concise. So I ended up with 6 pages, and I think it's it's a well-written document. It's good enough, and it's it represents what I love and I want to actually do. So that was definitely my win of the week. Like to finish it and to feel good about it. That it's like it contains everything that I wanted to put into there. So that's it. And Douglas.
Thank you. So my win was actually not really related to anything else. One project that I'm kind of keeping it in the future, but it's a regenerative metaverse. It's called Reaver, and I'm sort of keeping this ball in play for the time being. So my win was to design this logo for Rever, and I'm proud of it. It's my weekly win, not just because I did it, but because like I drew it out on paper and then I took a picture of it and then I put that on my computer and then I like took the pen tool and I like traced it out and like just kind of put like a lot of love into it. So at the end of it, I think it turned out really cool. I'm not sure if it's kind of like it almost looks like a like death metal band's logo a little bit. But I am happy how it turned out. So that was my weekly win.
Can we see it?
Oh, I just shared it in the chat.
Oh, you did? Okay. I'll go to the
Let me
chat.
see. Maybe I can share my screen too. Yeah.
I
here we
like
go.
it.
Nice.
It reminds me kind of like an owl and a fox combined.
Yes.
I
There's
really
a-
like it.
Thank you.
It does look like a
I can-
band's logo, though. I think this one's already taken.
I think there's like several animals you can see in there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Anything else that anyone wants to share or talk about or suggest to improve for next week before we sign off?
Jess, if you have any questions about the logo stuff or whatever, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to help. I love talking about AI to the point of annoyance, probably. So if you need any help or like you want to watch a tutorial or just need some advice, I'd be happy to help at any moment.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'll do your human design.
Yay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, and what I have to say is we will be having a team meeting for Aquarius Academy tomorrow. I hope to see you all there if you want to be more involved. Basically, we're trying to make money while helping people, and we want to do that by helping teachers to get their content online. So I've kind of been working in the background to figure out what I think the pieces are, but now it's time for me to be like, okay, here's what I figured out, and then accept everybody else's ideas and sort of see where we go from there. So that's what I got.
Right.
Anything else? Any other announcements? Or else I'll teach Jess how we sign off.
Send me a link for the thing tomorrow, pretty please.
Okay, yeah, it'll actually be the same link, but I'll make sure that you're I'll sign you up for the meeting so you get the reminder email. All right, cool. So how we sign off here, Jess, is we make the Aquarius Academy gang sign, which is
Okay.
good.
I'm holding onto my phone because it's charging, but I should be able to. There we go. Okay.
While you make like a crazy noise. So like the noise is kind of like to express yourself Hey, it's Joe's birthday. It's balloons. Oh, nice. Coming full circle. So yeah, so gang sign, crazy things, and that's
Gracias, chicos. Thank you so much. Have an
Nice to see
amazing
you
week.
guys. Hope to see you before next week. Hope to see you tomorrow and next week as well.
Right.
Big hugs.
Okay. Big hugs to you as well. Bye bye. Bye,
See you
Jess. Bye,
guys.
Joe.